Okay, so here's how to add an image to your blog post. The first thing to do would be come up here to New Post and create a new post. And then right here with Post Title, I'm just going to, you always want to give your post a title, so I'll do my image of photo journalism. Okay, now I have prepared for this to save a little time, so I'm just going to paste in my photographer. I already know his name is John White, and then I'm going to also need to add the image source. So I'll just hit return to give myself a little space here. And so I'm going to go to Google, and I'm going to search for John White, a photojournalist. And if we come right here, you're probably familiar with it, but if I click on images, it's going to show me a lot of his images. So here is John White. Here he is as a young man when he won a Pulitzer Prize for his documentary photography in Chicago. And here's a more recent photo of him. Now, one of my favorite pictures is of some young girls dancing. And if we take a look, we can see there's several different versions of the same thing. Now, if I hover my cursor over the image, I see the pixel dimensions. So that's 400 by 242. It's not super big, but with this other image here, you can see it's 800 by 520. So I generally want to go with a larger image to have better quality. So I can click on this image, and then it comes up over here. So there's a couple of things to notice about this. First of all, we need the actual image, not the website the image is on, but the actual image to add it to our blog post. So if I hover my cursor over the image and I right click, I get this menu, and I want to come down here to copy image address. So when I click on that, it's automatically going to copy the image address. So I'll come back here to my blog, and right here is this icon. Yep, that's right, for photos. So I'll click on that icon, and then let me just zoom out a little here. I get this menu. Okay, so my first choice that comes up is to upload an image, and I can click right here to choose files. So that's like if you're on Facebook or Twitter or anywhere else where you're uploading an image. And so I have a file right here. I can click on that, and it's just a picture of a camera. So later in the course, you will be adding some of your own pictures to your blog post. So if your picture's on your computer, you can just go like this. But I'm going to cancel that right now. So once again, adding an image from your computer, you do choose files. But what we're going to do right now is come over here where it's from a URL. So we're going to paste in the image URL right here. Okay, and so there's my image. Come down here, add selected, and so my image is right here. Now, if you aren't familiar with it, over here we've got a couple of menu options, and one is to click on Preview. So I'm going to click on Preview, and this gives me a sense of what the image and what my blog post is going to look like. So maybe the picture looks a little small. So if I come back to my editing window, I can click on the image itself, and there's different sizes. Maybe I'll pick extra large. Oh, that's nice and big. But when I come back over here to preview and click on it, you can see it's just way too big, and it spills over into the sidebar area here. So you just want to make sure that when you pick a size, let me try large, see how that looks. Yeah, that looks nice. The picture's big and it's not coming over into my sidebar area. Okay, so I have my picture in there. Once again, this is my preview window. So I'll come back to where I'm editing in Blogger. So I have the picture right there. The photo by, we always want to give credit. This is just like if you were sourcing a quote in one of your papers where you have the quote and the quotation marks, and then you give attribution as well as the book or the article where that quote is from. So right now we need to provide the attribution right down here with image source. Okay, so I'm going to come back to my Google Images source, and when I look at this window right here, I can see right here it says NPR. And that means that if I click right here, see there's sort of that World Wide Web icon. When I click on that, it brings me to the actual web page where the image lives. So I'm going to come up here, copy this, once again, the URL right there, and I'll copy that, come back to my Blogger. Okay, so I've come back to my blog post here where I'm editing it, and I want to put in a link right here for the image source. So I come up right here, and there's this little link button to add or remove a link. So I'll click on that. I get this window. Then I'm going to paste in where I want the URL to go. And I'm going to test this link. This is super important. I'll test the link. And we can see, yes, indeed, it does come to that original article that houses the image. And then this is super important right here where it says open this link in a new window. So if by any chance that's unchecked, make sure that you click to check it to open this link in a new window. And then, so when I test the link, you can see it's opening up in a new window here. Okay, so I'm going to do OK. And you can see right here that this is, it's highlighted. So that's a hyperlink. So once I publish my blog post here, which I'll do right now, so once everything's set, I've got my title, I have my photo by, my image source, I can come over here to publish. And so now this is back in my menu, and I can look at this and I can do edit, view, or delete. So what I want to do is click on view. So here it's opened up, and when I click right here, you can see this is a hyperlink. When I click on it, it opens right here to that new window. So this is really set. It's good to go. It's a very it's a way of properly using an image and giving proper credit to the photographer as well as the source of the website. Now I just wanted to show you one thing right here if we go back to editing this image, that you can, if you click on the photo, you can do add caption. So I could do, whoops, let me get down there, photo by John White. I could take this, copy this same link that's the image source. I come right here, I select his name, I come up to link, I paste in the image source. So I'm testing that link right there. Okay, it's open in a new window. I can do OK, and then I'm just going to delete all of this. This is just a way to make your blog look a little cleaner. It's a little more sophisticated looking. So I'll come back. Since I already published it, I'm technically updating it. And when I view it, you can see right here it says photo by John White. His name is a hyperlink, and when I click on it, it goes right to the image source. And you can see that I was on my blog, and then over here it opened up in a new window. Now, one thing I wanted to show you, let's just do another search right here. That when we're in images, there's a way of adding an extension that can help you with your search. So if I just do a search for view image, actually I want to go back not to images, but my regular Google search, you can see right here it comes up as view image for Google Chrome. And when I click on this, right here it says add to Chrome. All right, so I want to add this extension to my Chrome. And this just takes a moment to do, but now if we do a same search, and I go to images, and let me just click that same image, you may notice over here that this little tab has been added for view image. Previously, I suggested to you to right click on here to copy the image address. If you've added this extension with view image, you can just click on it and it brings you directly to not the image source, the website that hosts it, but to the actual image itself. You can see right here it ends in JPG, meaning it's a JPEG image. So this is the URL, this is the web address you need when you're adding a photo to your blog. So I suggest you just take a moment if you're using Google Chrome and add view image, because it will just expedite the process of properly adding and giving the proper attribution to an image in your blog. There you have it.